it's got my overlay. That's good. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome to what I believe is the first milk-only run of Stardew Valley. My name's Nick Splendorr, and I'm here. I got my friend Lucy right here with me.
Good evening. I'm here to provide color commentary and milk facts.
And milk facts, and to try to help me figure out what the rules are for the milk-only run.
This is what I would call an unprecedented move in the sport. The Stardew Valley Olympics, of course, as you know, have a long-standing tradition of challenges. I believe this is the first milk-centric challenge, and I'm ready to get off to a roaring start.
Good, me too. Let the milk roar forth. I'm going to try not to say stuff like that about milk.
Nope, do
while
it.
we're playing the game. So this is my, this is my old house, and I think something has happened here since the last time I played it, because I didn't have a chimney before. I haven't played this version of this game in about 3 years, maybe.
That's perfect. Refreshing the palate.
Played a little on the Switch.
Milk.
Right, so here's a very accurate representation of me with a flower in my head. And then we can come out here and we can see the sort of business that I used to get up to in my old life.
You know, I'm just not feeling this as much as I'm about to feel.
Yeah. Yeah, the new plan.
Yes, some new sports move.
Yeah. So this is my, let's see, what do we got here? How do I use the controller? Okay, so, just consider me a Stardew Valley noob, basically. This is my farm. It's called I'm Farmished. I played this game a lot when I was really depressed, in the winter of, like, maybe the early winter of 2016, I think, maybe 2015. We'll see. And now I'm not, well, I guess I am feeling depressed still, because you never really don't have depression, but...
You know, yeah, that is a thing, but now you have milk in your life.
Yeah,
and
so...
I feel like that's...
It's gonna help. So the deal is that, earlier today... What do I have here? I got a message. Hold on. What do I have here for you? Ah, okay. Okay. Our friend Austin, who's tuning in, and maybe the only person watching this ever, says that the whole stream was cutting in and out, not just the mic, or it wasn't the mic. And so I lowered my streaming resolution. I'm streaming at a crisp 720p now, and maybe it's better or not. And
really hard to tell.
If it's bad, it's going to be bad, because what we're doing here is not high tech. I do not have time or money to spend on this problem. We're using existing equipment, which I've got some decent stuff here, but I don't know if it's going to work okay. But anyway, anyway, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game here, and we are, let's see, let's start a new game. And let's see, should I put, does our farmer need a particular name? Should this just be...
I would like to vote for Milch, which is German for milk.
I like that.
Pretty good.
I like that. The farm name, I think we've decided, is going to be called Dairy Air Farm.
Dairy Air Farm.
Because we're inheriting the farm with a sort of a milk inclination.
Yeah.
And our favorite thing, I don't know about you, but
I've got a feeling.
It's
probably.
I think it's my favorite thing is
the real uncut
whole milk
stuff.
Raw milk, the whole thing. Whole milk.
Keep it pure for me, please.
Yep.
No need to cut this bad boy.
Complete milk. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. What kind of a pet?
It is obviously a cat.
It's very clearly a cat. It's very clearly a cat. Does a dog like milk? Can a dog like milk?
A dog will like anything you give it, but a cat?
Oh, a cat loves milk.
A cat's got taste.
And you gotta everybody needs to know that you really shouldn't give your cat a bunch of milk.
Please don't give your cat much milk.
Not very much. All right, so let's
That's a good milky complexion right there.
That's a very milky complexion, and let's see what hair.
I want the most udder-like hair, and that's it.
That was it. That's basically udders on top.
Udders. Yes.
I like it. And let's see, shirt-wise, suspenders are kind of nice.
Suspenders are pretty good.
Milk-related. Just stop me if you see anything that you really like here. Just go
milky white.
Milky white.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. I want to change the pants color.
Good. Yes.
Oh,
word.
I think you can see where.
Yes.
Where we're heading here, and I don't see like a big beard.
I don't know
being
how
a
a
thing.
big beard is going to fit in.
Okay. Well,
Now, the laser glasses
these ones?
do make it easier to see the udders in the dark. When you got to do that night milking.
Right. You might need splash protection here.
Eye protection is important. That stuff is steaming hot.
I'm
when
kinda-
it comes out. Them teeth.
I'm kind of into this. Okay, great. I think it's all good. I think Milch is
All
ready
right,
to go.
Milch is good.
Should I skip the intro?
I mean, does the intro have any milk in it?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think that's
I think it is unnecessary in this run.
So the thing in this run is that we're just gonna follow the milk tech tree. Only milk-related products. That means anything you need in order to achieve and acquire milk is fair game. So
It is permissible.
We got to plant grass, obviously, to feed the cows or goats, preferably both.
Yes,
And
the grass is the coffee beans to the coffee.
that's
if you know
exactly
what I
right.
mean.
I do know what you mean.
Yes.
So we got the grass, obviously, and then trees are okay because you need trees in order to get a barn.
Gotta get that tree.
Oh, Tony's here. Hi, Tony. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. And so, anyway, so let's see. So I think just a standard farm is going to be good because it's a large amount of open spaces on your farm. And what we're going to want ultimately is as many barns as possible
Absolutely.
in order to have as many milk-producing friends as we can manage.
Yes.
Great. And I don't think... Yeah, we don't want it to be more difficult. We want it to be easier. Easy is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy as milk. And milk is easy.
Okay, we're going to start. Ready? Okay? It's good.
Yes.
All right. Good. Progress has been saved. Gamepode mode activated. Gamepode mode activated.
Gamepode mode.
Gamepode mode.
Activated.
Ah, this hair is something else.
This
okay.
is very good.
Have you ever had a hairstyle like this, Lucy?
I have not, despite my status.
I'm afraid that I may have had a hair somewhat like that earlier in my life. Oh, I gotta turn. Okay, now I have the opportunity to turn the sound down
Gonna
here
just-
a little bit. Turn the ambient down.
Kind of just make
Turn
it
those
smooth.
Footsteps down. How's that? Yeah. Thank you, Tony. The game sound is louder than our voices, but that's because you don't. Because unlike a game that was made properly, Stardew Valley does not permit you to change any of these options before you load the game. And I know that's because it's probably saved to the save file, but you should still be able to access the audio stuff before you start a game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So-
almost like they didn't design this for our beautiful milk run.
That's exactly right. Oh, yeah. So, all right. So here we go. I think that all games should have accessible options from the menu. That's just
Agreed.
one tip from me to anybody.
Very good.
Okay. So Milch is here and ready to open this box. Ooh, we are not gonna need these.
Nope. Mayor
There's a little
Lewis
something-
is not on board.
See, we should have done the intro because then we could have talked to Mayor Lewis and told him what our goal was for the
That's true.
farm,
Yes.
rather than just kind of let it get, So I don't really need to. We don't need the TV because the TV is not going to help us learn anything about milk in my experience.
I agree.
Okay, so we can use tools.
right.
So what we can do is we are going to obviously have to gather stone. That's
Yes.
something we're going to have to do. However, we are not going to be doing a lot of mining. We're not going to go and we're not going to
No.
fight because fighting is not milking.
It is absolutely true. The muscles involved in milking have nothing to do with the muscles involved in fighting, aside from holding your sword real good.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's not that we couldn't use the muscles, but basically I've already got the muscles I need to accomplish this goal.
Yeah.
So at the beginning here of Stardew Valley, what do? You got to clear some area, but I'm not going to cut this grass, right? I'm going to let the grass run wild for now. Is this the grass that you feed to cows, or is it a different grass?
I think we're going to have to discover that with our hearts and minds on this milking journey.
Can you pick up a log? No, that's harvesting. That's a different game that they made this for. So-
Milk Only Harvest Moon is actually a harder experience than
It's
this.
an extremely challenging video game
Very
to play,
challenging.
but one that I think I'm not really up for. But I know I can do this because I thought about this afternoon. Let's talk a little bit about the origin
Yeah,
story.
absolutely.
Sometimes when you're at work, as I was this afternoon, you don't really want to do what you're supposed to do for work. Like you're just not feeling it,
Mm-hmm,
And you start to have ideas. where you start to go, what if I was doing anything else? Not that work is, always horrible, but sometimes you just don't feel it. And so that's when I start to tweet. Lucy, you don't tweet very much, and I admire that about you.
I'm a very quiet lurker.
I appreciate that. I make too much noise on Twitter.
No, you make the perfect amount of noise on Twitter. Who else am I supposed to lurk?
Well, thank you very much. So today, just, you start to have ideas and you start to say, just taking a look at the chat here. Very good point, Tony. That's kind of a weird, that's a little bit of a weird thing to say, but I think true. I think we're going to have to be willing to get weird.
Yeah. Perhaps blood is the milk of fighting, but unless the mechanic exists for us to squeeze it...
Right, exactly. Exactly.
The gummy works of the beasties.
And this is something we're going to get into a little bit later. I don't want to try to get too technical quite yet about what precisely is milk in this game, but I don't think it's going to be quite as simple as just the stuff you get from the udders.
That would be limiting ourselves, I feel.
We want to limit ourselves. Part of, a lot of art is the constraints that you work under.
Limiting ourselves is fine, but do we want to limit milk?
No, we do not. So let's see. I've focused on grass for a little while now. So what's going to happen here? Here's how we get to the first sort of round, I think. We need to define the terms a little bit. Okay.
Yes.
The point of this playthrough of this game is to get as far as possible with only the milk tech tree. So that obviously includes building barns.
Yes.
Let's see. Building barns, getting cows and goats.
Yes.
Milking the cows and the goats.
Yes.
Acquiring whatever items are necessary to get the equipment in order to conduct the milking.
Yes.
Because I can't remember I think you need a special object, a milking tool.
Some sort of pail or bucket.
Yeah,
perhaps.
something. So I can't remember exactly what. So we're going to need to get all of those things. And then just anything else that we can come up with in the game that technically we can all agree is a form of milk. Now, what this is not going to include, it is not going to include planting any seeds as far as I'm aware.
Seeds are not milk.
Seeds are not milk. You can make almond milk or, you can make juices from things, but that's not really on the cards for this particular playthrough, I think.
I can attest that you do not make almond milk by squeezing the small teats of an almond.
And therefore it
is not permissible in this milk-only run.
And now the way that mammals produce milk might be different from the way that like a plant produces milk, but that's not, we're not getting too technical right now. It seems pretty obvious that that's not going to happen in this game. So it's not just about beverages. Wine is not milk.
No.
Juice is not milk.
Kombucha, definitely not milk.
Kombucha, not milk, even though it comes from a mother.
It does.
Now that's something that maybe we need to discuss a little bit later.
Maybe
we will revisit
in the future.
Kombucha in the future. All right. So, but I am allowed to chop. So basically, I'm allowed to clear any obstacles that I need because I'm going to eventually need to
barn space.
Clear this whole thing of barns. We are not foraging. I will not be collecting forage objects from the world.
Ground trash is not milk.
Ground trash is not milk. Let's see. We will not be collecting Mother's Miak, as Ernest made the mistake of doing in his classic terrifying horror film, Ernest Scared Stupid.
Disastrous.
It's not going to work on trolls, and it's not going to work for this run.
Nope.
You ever seen that movie, Lucy?
I have not.
That movie scared me so bad when I was little. The image of that troll, there's a scene where, spoiler alert, there's a scene where a child is lying in bed, afraid that a troll is going to come and get him. He thinks he hears the troll. The troll is like behind him, maybe, or you don't, but he thinks he hears the troll under the bed, so we know the troll is under the bed. Then he rolls and looks, the troll is not under the bed. He gets back up, turns, and behind him is the troll standing, and I have to tell you, that image terrorized me for the first, 2 decades of my life.
I see.
So anyway, we're not doing that.
No, I see very little resemblance.
Nope.
I
Nope.
am sorry.
but milk is a thing that harms the trolls in the end, right?
Good.
And so there's a riddle where it says a mother's M-I blank K. A mother's M-I blank K. And Ernest goes, what could it be? What is the weakness of the trolls? And then finally he says, aha, I've got it. And then it cuts to show a jar of Miak, M-I-A-K.
Miak.
He has found a jar of something called Miak.
My mortal enemy.
And then he tries to use it on the trolls to disappointing ends. So anyway, it's not a Miak-related run.
This will be no problem unless we have executed a typo in our title, in which case I will have to insist on us turning this into a Miak run.
Okay, hold on a second. We're getting some feedback from the chat here. Hi, Caleb. Hi. Is anyone else experiencing stuttering with the stream, or is it just my internet? Tony's not getting a stutter. Austin was switched to phone, and it's okay so far. Sorry, never streamed before. Don't know what any of the problems might be. Do not know if my computer is optimized. We got some microphones hooked up to it, and I'm using the NVIDIA streaming service. I will note that I have not updated my NVIDIA game driver since late 2017.
And I will note, I don't know what any of those words are, so I'm useless to help.
That's okay. I thought before we got started, I was like, should I update 2 years worth of drivers? And I thought, I know these work at least a little bit, and so I won't. And that's how you go about not updating for almost 2 years. Because if it works, it works, and I don't want to break my video games. Software is not kind to me sometimes. So anyway, sorry if it's stuttering, and this is just going to be the first episode. We'll do some feedback, and we'll do some testing, and we'll see what happens after that. I also, I don't know if my internet's any good. I don't know anything. All I know is that we need to make as much milk as possible as fast as possible.
Yes.
And that's the whole point of this run.
This is not only necessary, it is ordained.
That's right. So anyway, earlier I said as a joke, Lucy, I said, just tune into my stream later. I'm going to do a milk-only run of Stardew Valley. Mm-hmm. And a couple of people said that would be an actual good idea. And I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be busy. I don't want to do it. I've never streamed before. And
then you said, hey, Lucy, do you want to come get some guacamole together?
Yep. I said, yeah.
It has nothing to do with a milk-only run of Stardew Valley.
Yep. And then once I described to you the basic idea, I said, is it funny enough to try doing a milk-only run?
We're about to pass out.
Sluggish from overexertion. I don't know what the relationship of sluggishness to milkishness is, but I don't think it's... what is that? Is that a cheese emoji? Okay, chat, here's a good time for a question. We need to do a chat quiz.
This is an important poll. Please focus.
Yes, please focus. Thank you for your time and your effort here.
Remember to read the question twice before responding.
All right, 2 questions. Number one. Okay, time. I think I do want time to pause when I pause the game. Hold on, let me change this. Pause when game window is inactive. Can I pause graphics when you spend? So maybe I should. Controls. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. I don't need that. I thought there was a setting to pause the clock. Is it paused? I think it is paused. Maybe there's no. All right. Well, anyway, it seems to still be 8 p.m. All right. So here's the question. That's exactly the question, Caleb. Does cheese count in the milk run? Poll for the chat. We're doing the milk tech tree. But I'm calling it the milk only run. So, does turning milk into cheese count? Am I allowed to turn milk into cheese to maximize the profits of the milk? Or am I only allowed to sell milk? Because here's the basic idea, is that we're allowed to get money from any of the things in the milk tech tree. So I'm going to wind up planting and chopping down a lot of trees because it's going to be one of the only ways I'm allowed to make money here at the beginning of
That is true.
And the other thing is, it may be a long time before we actually have a cow to get milk from, but I'm going to try my darndest. Caleb's saying cheese is good, no violation. I like that. I think I like that. I think I'm on board with cheese.
I agree.
you're looking a little questionable.
I am a little questionable only because cheese is generally not a liquid.
Cheese is generally not milk. It came from...
It is from milk, and therefore pure.
Yeah, I think...
The only pure liquid we will ever ingest in our life.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that's on one vote, 2 votes actually, for. Thank you. And Caleb says that we deserve to reap the rewards of this early search. I totally agree.
I agree.
I think cheese is going to be okay, and it's really going to help us accelerate to maximizing the number of cow and goat buddies that we have.
Yes.
Right, but that's the thing. See, we're trying to get to the cow. We want cow, we want goat, and we want as many as possible. We want to love these animals. We want to show love, we want to give love. We want to pet, milk.
They will all have names, and we will remember them.
That's right, and we will, of course, because I've never streamed before, but I know how it happens, okay? Y'all are going to help me pick the names of the animals.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be something we do as friends, as family, and as strangers.
In 7 years.
In 7 years when I finally get a barn. So, okay, thank you. I think right now we're voting that milk is okay. Caleb, right now I'm thinking the only thing we're allowed to mine is just like regular stones, because those are required for construction. We're not going to be fighting. We're not going to kill a monster because that's not milking. We only want milk-related interactions with friendly, with other creatures. Mm-hmm. And we're definitely not getting minerals. So here's the other thing. I think the only other way that I'm allowed to like upgrade my tools and stuff is we can get money from the milk tech tree, and then we can use that money to purchase anything that's available for purchase in the town.
Yes.
Which means I can buy ores from the ore guy and what's his name? Orville?
No, Oregon, I think.
Oregon is... We can walk the Oregon Trail, and we can get his ores, and we can upgrade...
And then his ores will be gone.
The tools. Boom. And so we're allowed to do that. And we can go into the mine, but not if it's going to require us to fight. And these rules are subject to change, pending vote, and pending as we discover what's actually possible and what's actually required.
Yes.
Because basically...
This is a blind milk run.
This is a blind milk run. It's been several years since I played the game. I know the basics. I've played it before, but I've never played it this way, and I have not done any research prior to this except to make double sure that you're allowed to place as many barns as you could fit on the map.
That is true.
And so...
And my contribution to the research has been milking literal goats that are at my house.
Yeah, Lucy lives at a house with actual goats that actually milk. So we'll get a little more information about that as it goes on.
I will be providing, as I mentioned before, color commentary vis-a-vis milking.
Yeah, and the color is milk. Okay, so another question from the chat. I have not done any research on who likes what. I don't know who likes milk. And so we're only going to be friends with people who like milk, but we are going to have to test it. So again, this is for the long haul. We got to make enough milk that we can continue to raise more milk-producing friends.
Yes.
And then we will use the excess milk at that point to begin making human friends.
Who are lovers.
We are not going to make human friends until we have milk to give. I will never give a non-milk item to a member of the town, and that is going to cut off a lot of the game.
If they don't love milk, they don't love us.
Right, but if they send me a letter saying, hey, could you get me a fish, they don't understand me, and I will not respond.
We can bring them some milk.
We'll bring them milk instead.
When
and then
we have milk.
See what that does for them.
They can find the error of their ways. Fry this milk.
Yeah, fry this milk up in the pan and see what happens. So we're going to see what so that's sort of the general idea. Now, here is my second question for the chat. Do I need to throw away every item that isn't milk and is not a tool at the end of every day? Like, and of course, that doesn't include wood. That doesn't include stone. Like,
those are required items for milk.
Do I need coal for the milk tech tree?
That is currently unclear.
Currently unclear. So we're going to save coal because it's a valuable resource. Austin is voting, yay, I do need to throw away all non-milk items. Okay. Is fiber... Now, fiber's not what you feed the animals, is it?
No, it is not.
Right.
Fiber is useless ground trash.
Right, exactly. Okay, so fiber we probably don't need. Now, here's the problem is that we're going to do some research, and we are going to try to figure out what happens. Like, if I'm going to need fiber to accomplish some part of the tech tree, like, I don't remember how you make a cheese machine. So whatever I need for the cheese machine is fair game. But, you know, there's going to be no shortage of fiber. These seeds, we're just not going to need them. So here's the thing. I'm going to get these seeds out. I'm going to walk down here to the pond. I'm going to throw them in the pond. Technically, you just put them in the trash because you can't just drop something, I don't think.
No, you can.
Can you
throw
just drop?
things.
How can I?
I have thrown items into the river before.
How can I do?
Try to use it. I don't remember. Just do something stupid that Lucy would do. It'll work.
I'm pushing all the buttons as far as I'm aware.
All right.
These seeds are so heavy, says Caleb, and that's exactly right. I need to just put them in the water. And
it's fine. They can go in the water.
Okay.
In your trash.
Okay, wait, I have to pick them up.
Water.
I genuinely don't know how to play this game anymore. Okay, great. Okay, the seeds are in the water. The fiber's in the water. The mixed seeds, no milk coming out of there.
Get out of here.
All right. Okay, now I'm real tired from all this milk prep I've been doing. If only I had some muscle milk on hand.
Would muscle milk count?
That's a really good question. I don't know.
Do you milk muscles to get muscle milk?
If there's a way to make muscle milk without muscles, then probably, but...
Which muscle do you milk, Nicholas?
I don't know. But wait, when you exercise, muscles do produce lactic acid.
It counts as milk.
It counts as milk, and that's why we're allowed to use tools.
Yes.
Because technically using tools and exerting yourself
milk.
is producing a word that sounds like part of milk. So, exercise is part of the milk tech tree. All right. Day 1. Good morning again.
Good morning, Milch.
It's 2-2. Day 2 of our milk-only run, and I can't wait to get our first cow.
Oh, my God.
We've got a letter here. Am I allowed to check the mailbox? I have to check the mailbox because there might be something milk-related in it.
It might be about a cow.
Here's the problem. When you get mail, you don't want it. It's probably bills. It's probably a letter from someone saying, you owe me a lot of money that you can't pay. And that's not milk. But you might also get a milk-related message. Let's see what happens.
What if it was a cow postcard?
I can tell from just skimming. This is, I got back from a fishing trip. You should come to the beach sometime. I've got something for you. I'm not going to need that.
I'm going to bet it's not a cow.
I'm going to bet it's some kind of a fishing implement. Now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Is there any circumstance under which I would be allowed to fish in this game? Of course my instinct is no. But we need to interrogate...
Let me really think about it because we gotta double check our instincts.
Yeah, exactly. We can make a lot of assumptions about what is and isn't milk.
Now, big question, is there some sort of cowfish in this game?
Good question. I've never encountered one, but that's something we're going to need to do a little research on.
Yes.
Typically, despite what Tony's saying in the chat, fish are referred to as the fruit of the sea. The frutti di mare. Isn't that right?
The fruit of the loom.
The fruit of the loom. We will not be producing any fruits of any looms. There's nothing milky about that whatsoever. The thing is here...
when you shear your goats?
Yeah. Oh. No, we're not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do that.
We're not going to shear the
milk.
goats. There's no goat fur involved.
No. Yarn is not milk.
So Caleb brings up a good question. He says, what if the guy who sent us a letter wants to give us milk? So I think we need to find out.
All right, that's
I guess we
fair,
got to find out. All right, so we're going to leave this alone. What's going to happen is that for a lot of the first days of this run, it's just going to be chopping stuff. And that's kind of how Stardew starts, but it might go on for a lot longer than that.
That's also sort of how life starts.
Yeah. Now, worms, not allowed.
No worms.
Not allowed to check the worms.
No milk down there.
I don't think it's possible for the worms to randomly drop milk. They can randomly drop a lot of different items.
You ever tried to milk a worm, Nicholas?
I have not, and I shall not.
You gotta get a microscope up in there, man.
Gross. All right, here we are in the town for the first time. If you've never played Stardew Valley before, welcome. And this isn't how you do it. It is day 2 of year 1. What do we got here? I need catfish for a casserole I'm making. Now, cats like milk.
They do?
But a catfish isn't a cat.
No.
And none of this has anything to do with milk, so I will not accept the quest. Oh, who's this up here? A stranger. Hello. Oh, aren't you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Is she going to jump forward into a cardboard box or what?
I love it when she does that.
So far, Maru, most cat-like person we've met in the game. I bet she loves milk.
I bet she loves milk. Does she have a friend named Hana?
We'll have to find out. Now, who's this? Who's this over here? Penny. I'm tutoring Vincent and Jazz today. They're a handful, but it's nice to milk a difference in someone's life. I completely agree with you, Penny.
Yes.
Couldn't agree more. Wow.
We might make more friends than we thought.
This town is really milking off to a great start.
Yeah.
Probably don't say that one.
Nope. Yep.
Now, here's a cutscene. Okay. Let's see here. Now, if there's no milk-related content in this cutscene, so help me. Willie.
Ahoy there, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally milk ya.
Hi there, Willie. Nice to meet you. I'm Milch.
I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish.
Okay, not interested.
Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod.
Now here's the thing. Let's pause for 1 second.
Yes.
I don't want to be rude about someone else's livelihood.
No, yeah.
Right?
We've all got
Just
our
because
special interests.
our specialty is milk doesn't mean that I need to be totally dismissive of other people's interests. That's super important and something you have to learn as you're growing up.
That is true.
Okay, so I'll try to be a little bit more respectful.
Some people are
of
just
Willie.
going to be a furry.
Wait a second. Caleb in the chat says, Willie's your dad? He did say, ahoy there, son.
Our father. We've disappointed our whole lives with our interest in milk.
Okay, now we inherited the... Now, see, okay, we got to pay attention to the storyline here because that could obviously just be a sort of like, hey there, younger person. Hey there, milk boy. You could say son. But it could be our dad, and if I'm not mistaken, we did skip the intro because we expected it didn't have any milk-related content, which I now recognize was probably a little presumptuous.
We might have had a chance to really establish ourselves as the milkman.
Might have been something in there, and that's something that's just going to be on all our consciences for the rest of the run. But we inherited this, I think, from our grandfather.
Yes.
Due to an envelope that we kept in our desk for a long time. I did play the game before. But this might be our secret dad who maybe has turned away from the milk life for some reason or another.
You know when you get burned by milk?
Tomo in the chat says, plot twist, Milkman is your real dad. That's who we're at. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we've felt our whole lives.
That's exactly right. Here, I want you to
have my old fishing rod. It's important to milk that the artificial stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while.
You know, we might actually buy something from the shop. Now, here's the question.
Yes.
If someone asks for a fish, and then I can go to the shop and buy that fish, and then give them that fish, technically that's within the bonds of our pact right now.
That is true. We can purchase items with our milk funds.
Right. However, I am making a commitment right this second to never deliver a gift that isn't milk related.
Yes.
Unless it is explicitly necessary to continue in the story in some way.
Yes.
However, I am willing to burn the story of this game to the ground in order to maximize the milk content of this run of Stardew Valley.
We will never dance with anyone.
We will never dance with anyone unless they love milk.
Maybe they love milk.
Maybe they love milk.
Also, our cows will always dance with us.
That's exactly right. Caleb says, remember that myth where Zeus fell in love with a cow or whatever? Anyway, that's what this run is. I'm not going to comment on that. I don't think that's really the tone that we're going for. There's good water here in the valley, he says.
All kinds of fish.
What if you put a fishing rod in the milk? Huh. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that experiment.
What an interest.
Oh, yeah. My shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch.
Well, I'm not going to be catching things.
If it smells, it sells. That's what me old papa used to say anyway.
Wait, so if Willie is our dad and his dad said, if it smells, it sells.
Then our grandfather wanted us to make cheese.
That's exactly right. Grandpa wanted us to make cheese. Yes. Perfect. Let's go in here and just take a look and see what's at the shop. Soup, not a milk.
No, not quite.
It's not a beverage either. It's not quite food, and it's not quite a beverage. It's soup, and it's not milk. Bamboo. Can you make bamboo milk? We've learned to make milk from all kinds of things in the real world, and I don't think this game fully explores...
Now, I'm not sure that I would call what comes from a bamboo milk, because we all know that cactuses make juice.
It's probably bamboo juice.
It's probably bamboo juice.
Now, I'm not allowed to pick any of these up, because a clam doesn't have anything... There's nothing milk-related that's going to come out of that. Mother of pearl, technically, mother-related, but not resulting in milk.
Yes.
Not allowed to have worms. I will probably repair this bridge eventually when I feel like it, but what good will it do me, honestly?
Maybe there are more cows.
That's exactly right. We have to explore with an open mind. You don't know where a cow is going to be. Tony says you can put milk in soup. And indeed, later on, we will be asked to contribute to a big pot of soup that's made for one of the festivals. And you bet, we're going to put our biggest, brightest milk right in there. Probably around year 3, I imagine we'll have enough milk to do that.
Yes, I was about to say.
We're not in a rush to put milk in the soup.
I'm fairly certain we're going to put a log in the soup.
To begin with. To begin. We'll put a log in the soup. You want to do this voice, Lucy?
Mayor Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marnie.
Hi, Marnie.
I sell livestock and animal care products at my ranch. You should swing by sometime.
Marnie is going to be one of our best,
best
friends.
friend.
Marnie, you are the hookup.
She's our champion.
Does it look like she has a little bit of a milk mustache in the portrait here?
She might have a little milk
She's got a little bit of
mustache.
a row of lighter pixels right above where her lip is.
One of us.
One of us. One of us. One of us. Caleb, we have not talked about sea cows, and I don't think they make an appearance in this video game. We're not going to talk to that.
Well,
okay, well, this kid, he might like muscle milk. Let's see what he's got going on.
There could still be sea cow DLC coming, Nicholas.
Oh, there is going to be a big update coming out soon for this game, and I thought it was a really good idea to go ahead and start this before the update, because hopefully I'll miss all the new content and I won't have to deal with any new information.
Perfect.
Does the update... but I think the updates, like, update your existing save? Because when I loaded that other game, it had a chimney in it, so maybe there'll be something else. Okay, let's talk to who's this young man?
Oh, hey, so you're the new guy, huh? Cool.
I guess. I mean...
I'll see you around.
Okay. Nothing to go on so far. You think Alex likes milk?
I'm gonna go with you on the muscle milk.
Yeah, I bet he... Yep.
But maybe we can talk him into it.
If he's a footballer, well, we can show him that the original muscles come from regular old milk.
Yes.
People made muscles long before they made muscle milk.
That's true.
But milk has been around longer than muscles. If you... No?
Wait.
Chicken or egg? Muscle or milk? It's got to be muscles first, right?
No.
Technically.
It's for sure milk.
Well, in the modern age, it's milk first. But, like...
No, I mean, like, historically.
Okay, historically...
The soup that the galaxy was born from.
Kind of cosmic milk.
Yes,
Cosmilk.
it was... that when they say the Big Bang started out small, it was just a puddle of milk in the vast blankness.
Yes. The Milky Way.
The Milky Way.
It's
exactly.
space. So doing space-related stuff might technically qualify as milk-related content.
It might count as milk.
We could look through the telescope with what's-her-name. Is that Maru who goes up there? No, that's somebody else.
I'm not sure.
I don't know the names of the people in the town, and it's not really going to matter for us for a long time. Again, we're not going to make any friends.
None of them are goats, so I haven't bothered.
That's exactly right. Okay, let's see. So this is Pam.
Hey, kid, the name's Pam.
Ooh, very good.
Hi, Pam.
Don't be a jerk and we'll get along fine.
Well, okay, I appreciate the sentiment generally, but I am going to be doing a lot of milking.
Really depends on her attitude towards milk.
Kind of depends on her attitude toward what that is. Okay, we're going to do just a little bit more walking around here.
Speedrun strats.
Haley. Oh, you're that new farmer boy, aren't you? I sure am. Huh? Oh, I'm Haley. Okay. Huh.
All right.
Don't really have a clear sense of who Haley is or what she needs.
Not really getting a good read on her vibe.
Okay, I could chop all that stuff up, but what's the point right now? Not allowed to pick flowers, right?
No. Flowers are foraging. If you get a point in your foraging tree...
Oh, then the game's over.
The game is over.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to... Okay, so that's a really good point. Let's take a look at the options here. So there are... not that many. So there's just a few, kinds of things you can get good at in the game. There's farming, there's mining, there's foraging, there's fishing, there's combat. I do need somebody to hack this image so that it says farming and then milking and has a milk next to the pickaxe. I got a point in mining, but that's going to be okay.
It's fine.
That's going to be okay. Mining's necessary, right. Fishing, no. Combat, no. Foraging, no. Farming, technically, we might wind up with some farming.
Technically, yes. I think that will count as milking.
Oh, you know what?
This small-minded game has not separated the two.
I think you're right. Foraging is probably going to get points because we're going to chop down trees.
Oh.
Right? I think that slowly builds up your foraging.
I believe that is correct.
Yeah, we're going to have to chop down a lot of trees if we want to make all these barns. Bye, Tomo.
Bye, Tomo.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So I don't know how long we've been playing, and I don't know how long we should do this. I should probably keep an eye on the time. But I think it's been a little, like about an hour maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we're just laying out the ground rules, and you can enjoy it or not. I'm not a professional streamer. I don't care if I do a good job. I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm here to get the milk.
All for the love of the milk.
All for the love of the milk. Oh, we gotta talk to this guy. Why did I just ran right past him? I loved this guy in my earlier playthrough of this game. Linus.
A stranger? Hello.
Yeah, this guy's gonna love some milk.
Don't mind me. I just live out here alone.
That's so sad. I love Linus. His storyline's real sad. But, now, if Stardew Valley was a community that took care of its own, they would provide housing for Linus.
Yes.
I think it's very important for as many communities as possible to provide housing for people who cannot afford to have a house for any given reason.
Yes.
Don't ask the reason. You should just have housing for people. That's my politics.
What if Stardew was one of us?
That's a really good question.
Thanks, I came up with it
Thank
right
you.
now.
It's a really good song. You should copyright it.
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't like to protect my ideas if I can help it. Speaking of which, is it okay for other people to do a milk-only run? The answer is obviously yes.
Please,
You can't
join us.
Listen, you can't copyright a stream idea. Oops, I accidentally got a geode.
Oh, no.
No. Crap. We're going to have to put that in the lake.
Well, that's more lake food
Who
for
knows
you.
what might be hidden inside? Well, guess what? It's probably not milk.
Probably not milk.
Looks like you'll need an upgraded pickaxe to destroy this dense stone. Looks like you'll need an upgraded pickaxe to destroy this dense stone. Looks like you're going to need an upgraded pickaxe to destroy this dense stone. So if you just keep pressing A and you hold down A a little bit too long, that's what happens with the messages there. It just keeps happening.
It's like you're milking them.
Is it? I guess it is. I guess it's like the message is milk.
Yes.
It's like Marshall Milk Lewin said.
That's why
the
we're
medium
allowed to talk to people.
is. Yes, okay, because when you approach someone and you milk them conversationally, text boxes come out, so that's why it's okay to talk to people. We have to justify literally every action in this version of the game. Chopping, this, like basic mining and lumber logging, it's not mining. I mean, it's not milking.
No.
Right.
But it is necessary.
But it's necessary for milking. So sometimes we have to step outside of ourselves and do something we're not perfectly confident with, or it might not be our favorite thing in order to achieve our broader dreams. For me, that includes playing Stardew Valley. In order to achieve my dream of a milk-only run of Stardew Valley, I deliberately stopped playing this game a couple years ago because I was like, oops, I played it too much. But guess what's a really good way to limit your interest in playing the game Stardew Valley? It's to restrict yourself to only playing it in a milk-only capacity, on stream only. I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah. Like, you can't over-grind in the milk run.
No, it's all grind.
It's all a grind.
Yeah. Okay, so any other goals for today? We got a few hours left on the day. I'm almost out of energy. I'm going to try not to get myself totally milked out here. Let's see. I'm going to chop this rock right here. Oops. Okay. All right, so we're going to put these things in the garbage.
It's time to throw away our friends.
Farewell fiber. I'm going to... farewell mixed seeds. Farewell geode.
Get out of here.
Just to make sure, are we going to consider a geode a milkable stone? Can you milk a geode? Just chat, this is a question for you. Is milking a geode to get the stones out, like, is that... I think that's stretching the letter of the law for sure. And obviously, you don't have to vote if you don't want to. I don't know if you're watching. It's perfectly fine. Rip geode. Yeah. Sorry,
That's
geode.
a vote.
Can we keep this geode for luck? Sure.
Yeah, we're
right
not
now.
going to be able to get any horseshoes because you can't milk a horse in this game.
That's true.
Which is incorrect, but...
Yeah, but not it's not done, right?
It's not standard.
It's not standard
horse
procedure.
fare.
No. We could go ahead and make a chest and put some of our special items in there. I want to do that.
Okay.
I want to make a chest.
I will allow a chest.
We got to have chests because we got to have places to keep the milk.
The most milkable of structures.
Obviously, as soon as we can get a refrigerator, we will, and we'll put most of the milk in the fridge.
Yes.
Duh. But we'll just assume this is a kind of cooler.
Yes.
If we get any, if we accidentally get any like ice crystals or sort of cold stones or something, we'll
we
put
can
them in the chest, and that'll
make
help
it
keep
an
them.
ice chest.
That's right. Okay, so we'll kind
Very
of do that.
good.
So I think a single chest is going to be a good idea here. I like to kind of put, in the past, I like to put my chest kind of just here in front of my house, sort of convenience. But is there anywhere that you think that we should put a chest that would make more sense? Should I put it inside the house? That's kind of, I'd probably do that. Just put a little chest right here.
Get a little weather control going on.
There we go. We want to keep the milk fresh even though we don't have any milk. Bamboo goes in there. We'll put our stones and our coal and our wood and our lucky geode. Organized.
Our ground horseshoe.
Right. Now we're not going to need this hoe ever.
Well, we will be planting grass. Do we require a hoe for grass?
I think you just put grass in regular dirt. I don't think you till it. So I don't think we're going to need that. We're not going to need this watering can as far as I'm aware because you don't have to water grass. We are going to need the pickaxe and the scythe.
Et voila.
Tony confirms that we don't need a hoe for grass. Perfect.
Thank you, Tony.
Caleb suggests that the geode's name is Milker's Georg, and I love that.
Very good. It is an anomaly.
It might be pronounced Georg, but in the sort of German style of our current names, it would be pronounced Georg. We've got Milch, and Georg.
It is Milker's Georg, and it is an anomaly. It should not have been counted.
That's true. All right, it's time for bed. Is it time for bed? 6:10 p.m.? Is that too early?
That's a good milky time for bed.
It's a good milky time for bed. Here's the other thing is I think we're going to, it's going to be pretty exhausting taking care of all these animals when we finally have them. And so we're probably going to have some pretty short days. And again, it's not like we're going to, now I'm going to run out and try to go get in the spa that I can't access and then go in the mines, which I can't access. That's just it for the day. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Until they fill that spa with milk.
Oh, I have a very important request. Austin says, milk-colored chest, please.
Yes. Accepted.
Accepted and appreciated. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else in this house we can make milk-colored?
Anything else we can do milk-wise? Let's see. I'll just leave everything as it is for now, but our goal will, of course, be to eventually make everything as milky as possible.
Would you call fire the milk of the air?
I will now. I will now say that. Okay, great. So that's it for today. Is that it for our stream tonight?
That might be it for our stream.
I think that's good. I think that's a really good start.
Yeah, we are on our way.
We're very well on our way. We've had 2 full days of laying the groundwork.
Yes.
For eventually having milk in the game.
Yes.
What's going to happen if we accidentally get given milk or can purchase milk before we're able to get milk? Will we accept it?
I think we have to.
I think we'll accept it.
Milk is our religion.
It'll be very precious, actually. That will be a very scarce commodity, but then we'll protect it with our lives.
Yes.
And ultimately, we will just, we'll make our way on. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. Sorry for problems with the stream if there were any. Sorry, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing.
I am a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just choose to not share that information.
Lucy's not in charge of. That's not her role in this particular thing. I did not ask her to do any of that stuff. And so, here's a fun thing. If you move the left stick, it moves the option. But if you use the D-pad, it toggles where the hand is, but it doesn't move the selection. And so if I press A on this, it will make me go to sleep. That's not right. Just a bug fix report. Okay, so anyway, thank you. So Okay. Oh, we've got one. This really good.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so Caleb says definitely accept milk. That's a boon from the gods.
Perfect.
And Austin may have just named the stream because he said Diner Gott Milch.
Ay.
Gott Milch, a.k.a.
Gott.
God Milk.
Milch.
That's very good.
God. That's extremely powerful.
That's so good.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I saw an ad for Game of Thrones earlier today, and it says GOT, and then below that it says HBO, and I said it's really kind of not fair for them. You know, that might actually have planted the seed for this whole idea, because I was watching TV with Aaron, and I said, it's really weird that HBO's ripping off the milk commercials, because it just says Got HBO.
Got Gott Milch?
Gott Milch. Okay, well, that's it for Gott Milch episode 1. Our milk.
Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank, everybody. Thank you so much for everything. It is so good and generous of you to spend any of your time watching this extremely stupid thing, and I wish you all a very pleasant evening, morning, good afternoon, or Jim Carrey. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Milch.
Thank you, Milch. Farewell.
Farewell.
Yes. And... Oh, mining proficiency. Hold on. Okay, well, I got mining proficiency. Oops. I guess we can make a cherry bomb. Cherry bomb, not milk. Not going to do it.
No. Yep.
Thanks anyway. I don't remember the shortcut to stop the stream, so I'm just going to have to do my overlay here, and I'm going to do broadcast live, and I'm going to say stop. Okay.